Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft LP series. This is the big 3-0, episode 30. So we have finished the 20s and now into the 30s. So things are getting very exciting here in the world. And today I wanted to begin with something that I haven't tried yet. I've seen a bunch of YouTubers doing this in various videos where you will just line up a bunch of TNT in the Nether around Y15 and let it blow. Unfortunately for us, we used, I think, 39 TNT and found only a single piece of the good old stuff, which we call ancient debris. But although the returns weren't great in that regard, there are a bunch of exposed veins of quartz. You can see that over there behind me, and there was also a little bit of gold. I've mopped up most of it. There is still some up in the ceiling there that I need to grab, but I think this might be one of my new preferred methods of mining for ancient debris. I mean, it's a lot more fun, that is for sure, but it's just that you have to wait around collecting up a bunch of TNT to get it started. Not that that's that big of an issue for us, but it does certainly take longer than beds. Anyway, guys, I'm going to kick things off today with some adventuring and exploring. Now, I would forgive you guys if you had completely forgotten where we're heading right now, but you will soon regain, I hope, some form of memory of this area, as soon as I do as well. I'm kind of a bit rusty with it all as well. Haven't been here in a long time. Now I've just got to think, which way do we need to go here? Possibly up here is... Nope. Oh, okay, actually, I see a little bit of light. Yep, this is it. Okay, so now you'll definitely know where we are. So I have plans today, at the start of this episode, just to spend a little bit of time in the end, because we recently built our shulker loader for the gold farm, but unfortunately a lot of our shulkers are either in use or we just don't have them. So I'm thinking today we do a little bit of end exploration, try and grab ourselves some more of those shulker shells to create some more shulker boxes, and then who knows what else we might find on the way. So I've got a nice box stocked full of goodies. I bring usually chests and a crafting bench along as well, so I can create more of the shulker boxes if I require them. But you guys know how it works. We'll also find a bunch of ender chests and such, so we'll definitely have enough storage to keep us occupied. Anyway, let's get through the portal and see what we can find. All right, here we go, guys. The first of, I hope, at least a few fortresses. And this one has a boat, but it's very, very small. You can see that's the main portion over there. Oh, I shouldn't have let this guy hit me. Come on, let's get down. Awesome. And swipe, swipe, swipe. Oh, darn it. Let's get beneath deck and see what we've got going on here. Just the one guy, it looks like. All right, he's down. Yes, our first shell and our first elytra. I also generally take the item frame. Ooh, nice. 7 diamonds. That's pretty cool. Not great. Iron stuff, not really interested. Decent pickaxe and terrible chest plates. We will also grab the chests. Why not? Very good. And I'm just going to start storing some of this stuff away. So diamonds, iron. Yeah, we'll just chuck it all in there. Why not? I'll keep the shells in there too. Yep, that is good. All right, good start. Uh-oh. There's quite a lot of them in here. This is good, though, because I am here for the shells after all. Oh, I keep getting hit today. I cannot avoid these projectiles. That's fine, though. We're inside, so we're safe enough. But we've got our first shulker box here. You can see 2 shells now in the inventory. And there's a third. Very good. All right, we've got our first ender chest as well, which is always a nice find when you're on one of these sort of adventures. Come on. Hello. There you are. Gotta watch out for his friend behind us as well. All right, he should be down. One more hit. Open up. You're done. No shell. How about your friend? Has he got anything for us? Yes, he... Nope. No, he doesn't. Okay. All right, ender chest. Sweet. Let's grab that. We'll need that somewhere down the line. And more terrible iron stuff. I think, you know, I'm going to go out on a whim and say the chest was the most valuable item there. Oh, this dude. All right, I'm going to actually let him hit me because then I can float up safely. And a nice easy kill. There goes the shulker shell, but that will be our second shulker box. Oh, and we also managed to get the dragon head this time. I can't remember if I have one or not, but I remember the first fortress that we came across way back in, I don't know which episode it was. I think we lost it to the void. All right, so I think we've cleared out the inside. As I say, this one was very, very small. So we're just going to go through the process now of making sure we didn't miss any on the outside. And I immediately see one guy right here on the ship. Apart from him, though, I'm not sure if there actually were any more of the shulkers. So we'll take him out. Nice, we got ourselves a shell as well, which is good. So it looks like the total from this first fortress is going to be 3 shulker boxes, 6 shells, which isn't too bad for such a small one. But I think from here on out, guys, I'm going to do most of this off camera. So I will see you on the flip side. We are now safe and sound back at base, and that means we can quickly take a look at the spoils of our adventure. So I think in total we visited 4 fortresses. 2 of them were rather small, and then the other 2 were average to large, which turned out pretty well for us. So first of all, let's take a look at the important stuff. We've got 51 shulker shells. So that's 25 shulker boxes, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one we brought with us from the base. So what's that going to be in total? 29 shulker boxes. We're up to 8 ender chests and 3 extra elytra. So 3 of those 4 actually did have the ship, which was nice. And then I'm not going to go into too much detail with this loot. I'm just going to open the boxes for a few seconds each, and you guys can pause the video if you want to see it. But we've got a bunch of miscellaneous armor and weapons. We've got some ingots, some diamonds, some seeds, few more dragon heads, and then of course a bunch of the stuff that we took with us from the base here. So all in all, I would say, oh, in fact, it might have been 5 fortresses because we've got 4 elytra. That's perhaps the case. Anyway, either way, it was a very successful trip. The gold farm should be ready to AFK again now. I've got the shulker boxes back into the system. So I did 5 each for the items that we're going to be storing here. So we've got rotten flesh. We should have a few extra now in the gold nugget system. And then finally the gold ingots, which didn't actually require any at the moment, but it's always good to have a little bit of backup. So there have been a couple changes, which I'll quickly go over here at the gold farm. I did switch out the light gray terracotta for the light gray concrete. Now, once again, I'm not entirely sure if this matches. So there might be a better block that we can use. And I'm thinking maybe we just go with the polished andesite eventually. I'm not entirely sure though. We'll figure it out over time. I also finished up the outer ring. And again, not really convinced with the way this looks. There's something definitely off about it. So maybe we can rework this design as well at some point. And then another note I wanted to make is you can kind of see it right here on these 2 hoppers. The carpet is burning because of this thing, so we're either going to have to move the position of the lava, which means just rotating this by 180 degrees, or think of some other way to destroy items, but for the time being, we'll leave it as it is. I just really liked how the carpet looks, so I want to make that a permanent fixture if we possibly can. Anyway, what I think I'm going to do, guys, while we're over here at the gold farm, I am done recording for today. It is getting a little bit late, so I might, in fact, head up to the top there and do a little bit of an AFK session, and then we'll pick up with recording once again in the coming days. Okay, and welcome back to the video. It has been around 2 days since the last clip, and I have completed 2 AFK sessions over at the gold farm, probably around 3 hours in total. And in terms of the output of those sessions, we have got this right here. So 4.5 stacks of gold blocks, which I think is a pretty good return, especially when you consider that this is only the nuggets from that session. The ingots I left at the farm, and there was approximately, I would say that we've got another shulker box full minus probably around 4 stacks. So we're doing pretty good. And as I say, only about 3 hours. So you do make quite a lot of gold out of this farm. Anyway, that is where we're going to leave the fooling around for the start of the episode. I have got to jump into some pretty big plans that I've got today. The new project in question is going to begin right here at the end of the ravine. So we've got the cow farm behind us, the bridge, and the iron farm is just past us there. But we are going to be beginning at this end of the ravine. We've got a nice 5 wide gap here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And first things first, we're just going to build ourselves a little door right in the middle here. Now, I've been watching that last clip back a few times, and I can't help but think that that door was just way too boring. So I took a couple minutes, threw something else together, and I think we've got something a little bit more interesting. So this will be the new door. I think that works a lot better for us. There definitely isn't anything on the other side yet, but that is what we're working on. So if we head back up to the storage room, I can quickly explain exactly what is going to go on the other side of the door. So over here, you can see we've got a situation now where we've amassed so many items that the cobblestone is taking up 1, 2, 3, 4 chests in our stone building blocks area. And I don't want that to be the case anymore. I want there to be a single double chest for every item that we store in this storage room, and then any overflow is going to go into the room that we create behind the door there. So it's going to be a deep storage concept again, something similar to what I had going on in my last world, but this time we're going to go further and extra. You know, words. We're going to make the room big, we're going to make it grand, and we are going to have an awesome design. I've already got some plans, but those plans definitely involve a lot of digging. So I'm thinking maybe we get a beacon set up and then just go to town. Ooh, what could possibly be behind the door now, guys? What could possibly be behind it? Oh, it's a beacon and open space. The beginnings of our new deep storage chest room. So as I say, I do have slight plans for this. Once again, though, I haven't laid them out at all in a creative world or anything. I'm kind of just on the fly here. So we're going to begin with some oak logs just so I can get the spacing right. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have a 5-block gap in between each of these logs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so on and so forth. They're going to actually come up by quite a distance here. And I'm still not entirely sure what height this part of the room is going to be at, because I want this room to have 2 floors. So we're going to have a bottom half and then an upper half. So we're going to begin with the bottom half so that we can figure out the spacing. But there definitely will be more to it than this, and we're only going to extend in this direction here. So same on the other side. Let's just track these across. So we'll have a pillar here. Need to be careful of the lava. Don't want to end up burning stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's the wall again. But one thing we do have to be careful of here is that we've only got a 1-block gap between the wall, between the redstone and the room itself. So I don't know if I should have left myself a little bit more space just in case I wanted to add some detail in here. But we'll see if we can make it work first of all, and if not, I can always come back and fix things at a later date. But I'm gonna just get progressing off camera here because there is a lot of work to do, and yeah, this is gonna take a long time, this room. We definitely won't finish it up today, but I do want to get I want to give you guys at least a small version of the concept so that there's something for you to take away and understand, and then we can just keep compounding on it in future episodes. All right then, guys, so things are starting to take shape here, and you guys might even be familiar with this design. I believe, as far as I can tell, this is part of a mythical sausage video. So I actually found a picture on Google Images that I'm going off of that is just looks exactly like the kind of thing I want to be building. I don't know, there's something about the design and it looks really awesome. It's kind of like a cellar type deal. So we're going to just be building on top of this and kind of incorporating the design from the image that I found into, well, there are 2 images actually that I found that I'm going to be taking aspects of both of them and combining them into my own ideas, I suppose is the way to put it. But this is the start of things here, and inside of these areas here is where the chests will be. But you know, I've kind of not wasted space here, but this archway here isn't necessary. But I thought we'd build it anyway just for design purposes. And like I said, I want this room to be quite grand. We're going to be going big here or going home. So this is the start, and I will just kind of bring you guys in temporarily to see progress. One other thing of note is that this gap right here, I'm actually saving for a staircase because like I say, we're going to have 2 floors in here. So I'm thinking we'll have a staircase that runs up to the 2nd floor in this archway. And then that would just mean that this wall right here we'll have to figure out something else to do with. But aside from that, things are just going to continue on in the way they're going at the moment. So obviously, let me know what you think of this, any changes that I could make. But I think so far this is pretty good and definitely in the direction that I want to be heading. We're making progress, guys. We're making progress. So let me give you another quick update. We've got our first few chests in. So I mentioned that the chest would be going at the back here. So what have we got? In each compartment, we're going to have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 double chests, which is a fairly good amount of space, in my opinion. And then I've also got some item frames to place on them in case we wanted to do that. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to make that work, or, you know, we might do it somehow maybe on the inside. But the problem is, when you're adding so much detail, especially with things like these little trapdoors, it just blocks area, so you can't get an item frame. I guess you could do that, but that's really weird. No, we're not going to do that. But you know what I'm trying to say? It's hard to figure out where to actually place these item frames down without removing some of the detail, and that's kind of not what we want to do if we can help it. So we'll see what kind of route we take when it comes to that. Anyway, was there anything else I really needed to point out here? I don't think so. We've got this flooring in, and again, this is the design that Mythical Sausage used. He had coarse dirt in the ground as far as I can tell from the image. And once again, I'll try to find the relevant links to the videos and post those down in the description below. We may change this, I don't know, because I don't know if it fits, really. We'll see when we get the overall room up and running. We'll see if it fits the bigger picture or not. But if not, then I might switch it out for wood and have some carpeting or something. Anyway, the next step is to have these intricate ceiling designs in these small 5x5 areas. So I'm going to try and figure that out. And they're going to look very similar to what we've got up in the smelting room. And if you'd forgotten or were unaware, this is what the ceiling looks like in the smelting room. And this design is going to be kind of similar to what we get going on down in the deep storage. So let me get to that and we'll just see what we can come up with. Hopefully something interesting, because I do really like this. Let's do one of these ceiling areas together on camera real quick. I am really happy with the design. And again, like I say, most of this is just taking a massive amount of inspiration from this Mythical Sausage image that I found. But we're trying to add our own touch here and there, so we'll just see where we can go with it. But this is the way it goes. You kind of just scale upwards by half a block each time. On the inside, and you can do the same thing in the corners. So we'll want a full block in the corners, and then between these corner blocks, we'll get some more half slabs in. And there's just so much depth in this roof, I think, or in the ceiling, I should say, and I think that's why it looks so good. And then plonk in the middle, a nice bit of oak, then a wall, and then there's just one extra detail that we need to add here. And that will be just a lantern on each of these stone brick walls here. So there we go, one inside of each compartment. And wow, yes, this, you know what, guys, I've mentioned his name a few times now, but Mythical Sausage, if you ever need any building inspiration or tips, his channel is insane for this kind of thing. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This looks awesome. So you guys will get the concept now. We're kind of just going to expand this way and keep repeating this same design over and over again. I'm not entirely sure how far we're going to go. The inside of this hallway is going to be 13 blocks wide. So I'm going to think about maybe trying to triple that, if not more, before we figure out what's going to go at the end of the room, because there might even be something else at the end of this room, guys. I don't know. I'm going to try and make this as detailed and as good looking as possible. But yeah, very happy with this. And as I say, always, anything you guys might want to see changed or added, do let me know down below and I will take that into consideration. But so far, so good in my opinion. I've got a bit of a challenge coming up for you guys. So once I step on the pressure plate, you're going to have to use your imagination. Use it really, 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 really intensely and just pretend the beacon isn't there, okay? Because we're going to take a look at the room as it stands. So right now, just picture me walking through the hallway. No beacon, no chests. And this is what we are left with so far. So I made a bunch more progress off camera. And I will be wrapping up this episode soon, I'm sure, guys, because I've already spent way too long on it. This building process takes a long time, but I've had quite a bit of fun doing it. So we've just repeated the same design now 5 times in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm thinking that might be enough. I don't know if we might add 1 or 2 more. I'll think about it. But so far, I think, yeah, we're in a pretty good place. I've also made a slight change here. In the center of each of these 5x5s, I've got a piece of glowstone with carpet over it, just to add a little bit extra lighting. I don't want any spawns in here if we can help it, and I think this should do the trick. Now, you may have also noticed that we've got some redstone blocks over there and right here. And that is because, if you guys remember back to a long, long time ago, we built that ice tunnel somewhere around here that leads over to the zombie farm. And these are the redstone blocks that are powering the lighting down there. So either we're going to have to remove those lights or think of an alternative. There was also one right here, but we fortunately got lucky enough that we can cover it up with a barrel. So that one doesn't necessarily need to go, but this one right here and this one right here definitely do. So I'm trying to think of alternatives. I can't really think of a way that we can work this into the design as it is. I don't really want those redstone blocks there because they stick out like a sore thumb. So we definitely will have to think of something. But yeah, I hope you guys join me in the opinion that this does look really great so far. All right then, guys, welcome back to the big episode 30 for the last time for today. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this episode and the start of this new project. I've had a bunch of fun with it. I really have. Building can sometimes be tedious, especially in situations like this, where it is just a repeated pattern. But I don't know what it was, but I had a great deal of fun and found it very entertaining putting this together, and I can't wait to keep tidying it up, keep adding to it, and get the finished product up and running soon. Or yeah, I hope soon. I mean, this could take a long time, but hopefully soon. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this one today, please be sure to drop a like down below. That would be much appreciated. Any questions, suggestions, comments, or feedback should be left down below in the comment section, and I will be sure to get back to you on that. And finally, if you're new here, then first of all, welcome. My name is Hocus. I hope you enjoyed your stay on the channel today. Thank you for tuning in. Please consider subscribing. That's the red one down below if you want to stay tuned to this series. I also have an SMP series, which has been a lot of fun so far that you might be interested in. Anyway, guys, that is going to be all from me for today. Take care, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.